Are you wondering what the real estate market has in store for 2023? Well, stick around because I'm going to be sharing my top predictions for the coming year and how you can prepare. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name is Joe. I'm a real estate advisor with Compass. Let's take a look at what's in store for the future of the market. Number one, I think that interest rates will continue to rise. Interest rates have been on the rise since the beginning of 2021, and most experts are expecting that they're continued to be increasing throughout the next year. This means that borrowing money to buy a home, whether through a mortgage or private money, will become more expensive. And if you're in the market to buy a home, it's probably worth considering locking in a low interest rate now to save money in the long run. You might have heard this saying, marry the house, but date the rate. This is the idea that you should be selective when choosing a house to buy because, after all, it is a long-term and a significant financial investment. However, when it comes to the interest rate on your mortgage, you should be more flexible and willing to date it around. Talk to a local mortgage broker, talk to your big bank, and also talk to a credit union. So in other words, you should be shopping it around and getting the best rate. In the future, if rates do go down, you can always refinance, but in the future, if rates go up, then you're in a great position. My second prediction is that the housing market in Miami will remain competitive. The Miami housing market will most likely remain competitive for those desirable properties, the ones that you can picture yourself moving into. I'm not talking about the ones that have been on the market for 100 days and they have cell phone quality pictures and there's tenants on a lease that you would have to take over. I'm talking about the properties that when you walk through the front door, you can picture yourself living there. These homes that are in good condition and appropriately priced are likely to continue selling quickly in my experience. Now, I know the competition in the market has been intense over the past year with a shortage of available properties, and the high demand has pushed prices upward, but I really continue to see this trend in 2023. So it's essential to be ready. If you find a property that you really like and you can see yourself living in, act quickly. Number three, rent prices will probably continue to increase. Prices have been on the rise for the past few years, and they're pretty much expected to continue increasing in 2023. Now, this is due to a variety of factors. First one is that when interest rates were lower, we had a ton of buyers in the market when their leases were coming up, and they thought, hey, maybe now is my time to get in the market and buy. Some of those people bought and they live in their place now. Other people, they got pushed out of the market as interest rates started to increase. They said, hey, you know what? It's not my time to buy a house. I'm going to continue renting. So you have all of those factors mixed with the high demand of people who are relocating to Miami. These people aren't just relocating for the weather or for a better quality of life. A lot of these people are relocating for work. And you can go to my other video about this, but people are relocating to Miami because their headquarters and their corporations are opening up down here. We saw the Citadel, Ken Griffin, he moved his entire firm from Chicago down to Miami. So I continue to see this trend. So if you're a landlord, you might want to consider whether it's worth it to increase these prices or if it's better to keep them stable to retain good tenants. The fourth trend I see is the demand for eco-friendly and energy-efficient homes. I definitely continue seeing this trend increase. There will be growing demand for homes that have energy efficient windows. They have features like solar panels, electric vehicle charging stations I've seen, and also just those energy efficient appliances. So if you're in the market to buy, definitely be aware of these things for the future. And my last prediction is the use of technology in the real estate industry will probably continue to grow. Now, the biggest technological advance that we had in the real estate industry was e-signature. If you could believe it, e-signature was like the biggest technology advance. And now because of the pandemic and everything that happened with stay-at-home orders, we now have virtual buyer consultations. We have FaceTime tours, like virtual showings. And now you can even close on your house remotely with a digital notary service. That's where you're like on a FaceTime with the notary and you're able to sign all your documents electronically. Technology has played a significant role in the real estate industry in the last 2 years, and this trend is expected to continue in the coming year. It is important that your agent is up to date on the latest technology being used in the industry, and they incorporate it into the strategy for you as a buyer or a seller. Those are my predictions for 2023, and to prepare for the new year, I have 3 things for you to consider. So number one, like I said earlier, if you are in the market market to buy a home, try and lock in a low interest rate before they continue to rise up. You can do this by shopping around for the best mortgage rate, asking for a loan estimate, and then comparing those estimates to one another. Remember, talk to a local lender, talk to a credit union, and then talk to a big bank. You can take a look at all three loan estimates side by side and really see who's offering you the best rate and the best fees. Number 2, be prepared for a competitive housing market. And when I say competitive, I'm talking about those properties that are nice, that you can see yourself moving into, that are ready to go. Get pre-approved for a mortgage, have a down payment saved up, and be ready to make a quick offer as soon as you find the home that you love. Number 3, if you're a landlord, consider whether it is worth to increase rent prices to market level, or if it's better to keep them stable to retain your good tenants. Well, there you have it. Those are my predictions for the 2023 Miami real estate market. Remember, it's always important to do your own research and consult with a real estate professional before making any decisions. I hope that these predictions and the tips have given you some insight into the coming year and what it has in store. And I think it would be fun to do another video towards the end of the year, so be on the lookout for that one in the future. If you're interested to stay up to date on the Miami real estate market and getting the latest updates before anybody else, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.